Spiritual Living Yolo, coming to you live from the beautiful Grand Princeton here in downtown Winters, California. We're so glad to see your beautiful shining faces. You are the light, you are the stars, you are the sun. We know the sun is out there somewhere. We know it's in here right now. And we know that God is the answer. God in me, and in everything I see God in you. And in everything you do, God is love. As sure as the stars above, love is mine. As sure as the sun will shine, feeling our hearts, knowing our minds. We are the stars, see how we shine. We are the light that shows the world. God is the answer. God's the answer. God's the answer. God in me, and in everything I see God in you. And in everything you do, God is love. As sure as the stars above, love is light. As sure as the sun will shine, feeling our hearts, knowing our mind. We are the stars, see how we shine. We are the light that shows the world. God's the answer. God's the answer. God's the answer. One more time. God's the answer.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Yolo. My name is Reverend David Clark, and I'm the senior minister here. And it is my distinct pleasure to welcome you all here today on this very interesting morning, a very interesting week. I appreciate all this moisture that is around, but I tell you, I would like to see the sun at some point. I think I'm going to have to travel to do that for the next couple of days because we're all socked in with fog. It's not even clouds that are producing anything. It's just fog. So it just gives us a time to reflect and appreciate the sun, because I sure do after this week. So everyone, please help me in welcoming our music director, Billy Larkin. Good morning, Billy. How you doing?
Good morning, David. I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm still on a high from our wonderful, fabulous cabaret that we had happening.
Yeah, and one of the stars of that cabaret is with us today, Mr. Gary Weinberg.
It's my favorite.
Rocker, bringing a couple of original compositions and always to thrill us. So we're so excited. Best service ever.
Yes, awesome. Best service ever. So welcome to our online audience that is streaming now. We have had made major technological developments with our streaming, and it is so much more reliable now. That's my prediction. That we made these changes, so I'm just thrilled that our online audience can see us live and on YouTube. So I'm thrilled about that. So before we continue, we have a pledge drive happening, and we have a small update to the total of this pledge drive. We are shooting for $50,000 in pledges, and right now our total stands at $23,870. So, which is a slight increase. But, you know, we have 2 more weeks of this pledge drive happening this year. And I know if you're like me, then you procrastinate. You wait till the last minute. It's like, oh, I can do it later. No, do it now. We need your pledges to get in there so that we can plan for the next year. So if you've been kind of waiting or stalling or whatever, make your pledge. You have every opportunity to do it on our website and on our welcome table in the back. We have pledge cards. So if you have not done so, then please do so. I'm getting into my my public radio mode here for harassing you every 5 minutes about pledges during Pledge Week. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to ask, if you haven't pledged, then please do. So that's enough about that. Now we get to move on to the fun stuff, where we declare what and who we are at this center. This is who we are. And we call it our Heart of Ism Covenant, and I invite you to say this with me if you're so inclined. We stand firmly in the truth that every human being is an expression of the divine. We affirm that all people, regardless of race, nationality, gender identity, sexual orientation, economic status, ability, past actions, or beliefs, are inherently worthy of love, dignity, and respect. We commit to being love in action. We'll respond to fear with faith, to hate with compassion, and to injustice with sacred action. We are the presence of peace. And yes, and a thing about that is like, why don't we just say we believe that everyone is inherently worthy of love, dignity, and respect? We want to call you out specifically to your group, to your concerns, to your heart, to your identity. Whoever you are inherently worthy of love, dignity, and respect. So if you feel excluded in any of these descriptions, the race, nationality, gender identity, and any of that, then please let me know, and I will add to this and include you. Okay? So it's very important. The intention of that is that you know that no matter who you are, no matter what you are, no matter what you identify as, you are deserving of love, dignity, and respect. That is your birthright. So, on with the service. So you may be wondering, what is the science of mind? So that's what we study here. It is a spiritual philosophy that teaches the power of thought to shape our lives. It blends ancient wisdom and modern science to affirm that there is one universal creative power, often called Spirit or God, that works through our beliefs to create our experience, thusly bringing about the good that we desire in our lives. Quite simply, there is a power for good in the universe greater than you are, and you can use it. One of the ways we use this power is by choosing what we believe. And in this center, we believe in 4 core things, 4 core values. Number 1, we believe that love is all there is. Everything is an expression of love, a result of love, a calling for love. Love is intertwined in every move that we make. Number 2, we believe that all thought is creative and influential. Thoughts are things. And everything around you, including your beautiful selves in this beautiful building, this sanctuary, has been preceded by thought. It was alive and constructed in thought before it appeared in the material existence all around you. So we pay a lot of attention to what we think and what we believe, because that has a direct correlation to what we experience in this life. Number 3, we believe that you are whole, perfect, and complete exactly as you are right now. Exactly as you are right now. The you that is you, beyond all condition, is whole, perfect, and complete, because that comes from a whole, perfect, and complete source. So it's a very easy calculation for us to make. And lastly, we believe in a world that works for everyone. It's a world that operates on love and law and cause and effect the same way it has since the beginning of time. And this philosophy just learns those laws and learns how to incorporate them into our life to bring about the good that we want to see in our lives. So now that we know all that, it's time for my favorite time of the day, our Namaste time. A time when we get a chance to look at each other in the eye and recognize that whole perfect and complete piece of divinity that lies within each and every one of us. And we do that with Namaste. So, it's Namaste.
Okay. You tripped on that.
Yes.
All right, well, that was an exciting Namaste. And now, please welcome up our practitioner of the day, Dr. Deborah Taylor. She's going to share with us our vision and mission and today's affirmation. Good morning, Deborah.
Good morning, CSL. Why?
Good morning.
Because we love you. So, I love the fog. I love the fog. Ooh, I can't get stuck. Anyway.
Sound good.
That was really loud. I love the fog. But you know what? I see some sun peeking out there. So, it's my pleasure and honor to share our CSLY vision and mission statements. And I will read them, and then I'll invite you to join me. So our vision here at CSLY is to create an environment for all to realize the power of spiritual connection. So let's just say that together. Our vision is to create an environment for all to realize the power of spiritual connection. And in support of that powerful vision, our mission here is to provide a sanctuary for all to be lifted and inspired to embody spiritual principles and live their inherent greatness. So I'm going to invite you to just allow your breath to deepen itself in its own natural rhyme and rhythm as we say together the mission. Our mission is to provide a sanctuary for all to be lifted and inspired to embody spiritual principles and live their inherent greatness. So before I read our affirmation, I have a question for you. Did you know that practically every cell in your body is new every 7 years. So you're actually physically not the same person you were 7 years ago. And indeed, our cells are constantly changing, so really you're not the same person you were a minute ago. But just think, every 7 years, if you knew that your body was brand new every 7 years, like really knew it, I wonder, why do we always show up the same way? This is why. Because we have a mental construct of ourselves. And because it's a mental construct, and because here we believe that change your thinking, change your life, we have within us inherently the power and the ability to change how we show up physically in this world. So I'm going to invite us, as I read this affirmation, if you would simply allow yourself to step into that knowing of the new you, what would that feel like? If you could create the ideal new you, what would that feel like? And I'm going to invite you to step into that feeling tone as I read this affirmation and as we say it together. As my dead, dry skin peels away, I embrace my rich, soft, and supple self. So let's say that together. As my dead, dry skin peels away, I embrace my rich, soft, and supple self. And so it is. And so I'd like to invite Reverend David up to share some announcements with us.
Yes, today that elf is me. So just imagine me in green. We have a couple of great announcements. Before we talk about this exciting announcement, I'll save the one I was going to do until last. So I'll keep you in suspense. But we have a great announcement from Melanie, and she's going to come up and share with us the acting workshop that she's cooked up and is offering to our community. So, Melanie, please.
I was thinking about ignoring the mic and standing center stage because my voice will fill this space, and so will yours if you take my acting workshop. All teasing aside, a lot of you know me, I'm here a lot, but what you might not know is I have a master's in theater and 45 years experience directing plays, teaching, and acting in the equity community and academic environments. I love to teach acting, and I would love to do an acting workshop here or in Davis, if another space is there that we want to use, that will help you relax and be present in your body, increase your vocal production so you can claim that powerful speaking voice, do some fun theater games, and then learn acting technique and do a really short scene at the end. It's a 4-hour workshop. We'd like to do it on either January 10th or January 17th. Those are Saturdays. It will be dependent upon your schedule. In the afternoon, I think I didn't put it down there, but I think we said 1 to 5. It's a 4-hour workshop. And if you're interested, please come and see me. I have more information for you. By the way, I think acting is spiritual as well. So it fits into this community. Thank you.
Say the dates again.
Either January 10th or January 17th, depending upon your availability. So please, if you're interested, I'll be down hanging out downstairs with everybody after the service. Please come and talk to me.
Thank you, Melanie. And that is, you're looking for at least 6?
I would love to have 6, if
Okay.
possible.
All right, at the very least 6. So that sounds like a lot of fun. Next up, we have a great opportunity from Heidi Arnold, our new member that we inducted last week. She's got this great fundraiser. She's got access to farm fresh eggs. I don't know if you guys have ever had a farm fresh egg before, but she's got access to them for $3 a dozen.
Wow.
And she would like to use that as a fundraiser for the center. So if you are interested in farm fresh eggs, then please, Heidi will be here a little bit later on, and please let her know or let me know, and we can get you signed up and get some eggs delivered to you, some nice fresh eggs from happy chickens, I'm told. These chickens are so happy to give us their eggs. So that's that for that announcement. Lastly, we've got community conversations that happens every Wednesday, where we just get online and you get online with me, and we just have a talk about whatever you want to talk about. You want to talk about today's lesson, you want to talk about something that's going on in your life, you want to talk about whatever. It's a kind of an open office and an open conversation. So we have that on Wednesdays at 6 o'clock. And please join us. It's a lot of fun. So that is about it. I hand it back over to Billy. Thanks, you guys.
Thank you, David. And now as we enter into the more contemplative portion of today's service, please join me in singing How Could Anyone Ever Tell You?
Thank you, Billy. That's one of my very most favorite songs. We have a lovely sacred reading today. It's kind of lengthy, but very juicy. While there is liberty in the evolving principle, it is always in accord with certain fundamental laws of necessity. It seems as though behind evolution there is an irresistible pressure, compelling more, better, higher, and greater things. For instance, if we study the evolution of locomotion, from the rising of people from the clod, we see them riding upon a horse, in a cart, in a wagon, and so on to the automobile and the airplane. What is this but the evolution of locomotion, the unfolding through people's minds of the possibility of travel, If we watch the evolution of travel by water, we find the same thing, from the raft to modern ships. What is the inevitable end of locomotion? Could it be other than that we shall ultimately do away with every visible means of transportation? When we have unified with omnipresence, we shall be omnipresent. When we have arrived at a sufficient understanding, our thoughts will take us where we wish to be. When we know enough, we shall be able to pass on to another plane and come back again if we wish to do so. When we know enough to multiply the loaves and fishes, we shall do so. When we know enough to walk on the water, we shall be able to do that, and it will be in accordance, and it will all be in accordance with natural law in a spiritual world. And that's by Ernest Holmes from The Science of Light. Thank you.
And as we allow those words to permeate our very being, knowing that we are one with omnipresence. For truly, omnipresence is all there is. Whether we call it God or Spirit, Allah or Yahweh, Jehovah, Wakantanka, Yemaya, Shango, Gaia, Mother Earth, Father Sky, Big Mama. By whatever name it is that all present, all loving, all knowing, all powerful, infinite. And as I know that I am a divine expression and a divine emanation of that one presence, that one love, that one power, I know that this is the truth of each one here, and indeed it is the truth of all of creation. For we are one, made of the same elements, the air, the rock, the water, the minerals, the plants, the animals. We are all one. And so I speak my word in gratitude and in blessing for this sacred service, for the sacred ground upon which we stand. And indeed, all ground is sacred, for there is nothing outside of the infinite presence. And so as I bless this service, stand in gratitude for our surrendered vessel, Reverend David Clark, in gratitude for our loving greeters, for our high vibrational musicians, for our wonderful AT manipulator and technician operating through love. It all operates through love. For every volunteer, for every person who steps forth in love, creating this atmosphere of loving acceptance, I bless the service. I bless their service. I bless it all. And so I invite us to step into a feeling tone of all is well as I release this blessing into the alchemy of law and love. As we say, yes, Ashe, Aho, Amen. And so it is.
Good morning, CSL Yolo. Or as I like to call you sometimes, CSL.
You were.
Sly and the Family Stone. Who was from Yolo Country. Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know
He was
Yeah.
from Yolo County?
I don't know what part of Yolo County, but he definitely was born, I think he was born and raised in Vallejo, which is Yolo County. Yes, no?
No,
the
Solano.
Solano.
that. So
Don't
close.
tell me that. I've been saying he was born in Yolo County for about 10 years. All right. Anyway, well, thanks.
Next door.
It's always nice to come here and learn some truth.
Next door.
All right, Billy, ready?
You got it.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, I know that God is all there is. But I admit, sometimes the trouble is to see myself part of that sacred place, and to reach deep in my soul, feel God's perfect grace. But I'm getting close every day. All that feel things say, I may not always know the way, but I know I'm getting closer every day. Yes, I know that God is everything, and that is why I gotta stand up here and sing. Oh, day. All that I feel plain to see, I may not always go away, but I know I'm getting closer. Yes, I know, a little bit closer. I'm taking big steps, but I am closer today. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. How about a hand for the master behind the piano, Mr. Billy Lund.
Oh, that was exuberant. Thank you, Gary. Very interesting today. You're talking. Where's my clicker? Here it is. We're talking about going from crackly to supple. You know, I have as a black man, I have a very interesting relationship with lotion and dry skin. Okay, dry skin is my constant companion. And one of my nightmares is getting up, getting ready for work, and going to work and sitting down and putting my hands on the keyboard and noticing, oh, my hands are so dry. You can't, it's something that you can't hide as a black person. When you have dry skin, it gets it gets unsightly and white and ashy, and it's just like, my mother would be so upset with me that I left the house looking like this. And so I know, so as a result, I have lotion all over the place. I've got lotion in my car, I've got it in my backpack, it's in my bag, I got it at home, I got lotion everywhere. So if I forget, I can put it on. And so it's a very, I never thought about that as a spiritual kind of thing, in a spiritual context, until today. So it's very interesting. It's not a failing of your body that you need lotion. That's the way your body's designed. That's the way it's designed to, and that's the way your skin is designed. So it's funny that in our lives, we don't just, I have dry skin, I put the lotion on, boom. It's funny in our regular lives that we don't do that in other areas. Like, we don't say, I'm dehydrated. We say, I'm fine. We don't say, I need nourishment. We say, this is just how I am. We don't say, we toughen up. We power through. We call our spiritual dryness maturity. When we find a view and we lock into it, when we find an experience and lock into it and keep it and say, this is the way things are going to be for the rest of my life, we lock into that. And in the meantime, we have got our spiritual lotion at the ready for us. We've got prayer, we've got community, we've got our things that we can use to soothe ourselves, yet we don't use them. Why? So we're going to talk about that a little bit today in our talk as we go from crackly to supple. So, where do I begin? Let's start at the beginning. We don't need a theology or a degree to understand dryness. Okay? We know it in our skin, we know it in our joints, we know it in our relationships. We know it in our spiritual life. When something gets dry, it tightens, it cracks, it loses flexibility, it becomes fragile instead of resilient. And the remedy is rarely force. Have you ever seen someone put lotion on their hands? Are they ever putting lotion on that way? Have you ever seen that? No, I haven't seen it either. When you put lotion on your hands, you're very gentle, and you're very sweet, and you're complete. You make sure that you get lotion in all the nooks and crannies and all the little creases and folds that you have, and you take extra care, but it's a very gentle thing. It's a loving thing that you do for yourself as you're putting the lotion on. So that is how our relief is to be applied. Not with force, but with care. Attention, moisture, gentleness applied consistently. The same is true of our spirituality. There are places in us that are supple, alive, curious, and responsive. And there are places that are not. And this isn't bad or wrong. It's just dry. It's just in need of care. So, Ernest Holmes from The Talk, he talks about evolution and rafts going from ships to carts to airplanes, about limitation, going from limitation to possibility. And Holmes isn't talking about technology alone. He's talking about our consciousness. Life is always pushing us forward, from fear towards trust, from rigidity towards flexibility, from survival towards expression. And the question isn't whether we're evolving. The question is how consciously we participate in our evolution. Because we're evolving right now as we speak. Just like Deborah said earlier, we're constantly changing. The you that is you that walked in here is going to be different than the you that is you walking out of here. We are changing from moment to moment, evolving, growing, maturing, living. That's what life is. Oh, I do have to say one correction. I hate to do this to you, Gary, to correct you, but that's the beauty of the internet. We need not wonder about anything anymore. And so I was like, well, what is Sly Stone's birthplace? So I looked it up, and it's actually Denton, Texas.
Oh my God.
But
He lived out here.
he lived out here, and they moved out here to Vallejo when he was a baby. So we can claim Sly Stone. Okay? He was raised Californian, raised in this region. A stone's throw away from here. So yes, you are correct. But technically, he was born in Texas. So we have to give that to him. So it's a program note, just so we don't get in letters, from Sly Stone's fan club. And,
Yeah, but nobody I know talks about him from Texas.
That's true. So we So on with the talk. I just have to get that cleaned up a little bit. Ernest Holmes, he tells us that we're constantly in evolution. And are we cooperating with the pressure towards more, better, higher, and greater? Or are we resisting it and clinging to what has grown dry? I think we can look, all we need to do is turn on the TV and watch the news, and we can see dryness. We can see people clinging on to opinions and things and outlooks for dear life when the whole rest of the world is changing around them. And we see this. And it's not just those people out there, it's these people in here that this is also happening with. It's happening on the extreme level, but it's happening on the micro level. Every single day of our lives, we're giving an opportunity to change, to grow, to adapt. And we're given that opportunity in many ways. And do we grasp it? It's tempting to be skeptical of change. The thing that we have to do, the thing that we have to remember is that life is a cycle. And nature teaches us this over and over again. And it's inviting us to become more seasoned without becoming more cynical. You know, as we get older and we start seeing the same thing over and over again, that's just how you know, we're proud of our knowledge. I know what's going on around here. This will never change. Things will always be just like this. You get really cynical and stuck in the mud. Is it possible to become more seasoned, to become older, to become more experienced without becoming cynical? Because we've also seen miracles happen, haven't we? We've seen blessings come out of nowhere. We've seen incredible change happen in our lifetimes. We know what is possible in this world, and that is anything. Everything is changeable. Can we incorporate that into our seasoning as we get older and steer away from the cynicism? Can we be more experienced without becoming rigid? Can we be more skilled without losing that beginner's mind? You know that beginner's mind when you start something new and it's like, everything's new. And you're open, you're receptive, and you're collecting data, and you're learning. It's an exciting time. But then, after you've gotten your skills, great musicians are like this. And this is what I love about our music director, Billy Larkin, is how he approaches music, how he approaches making music and writing music. He hasn't ever said this, but it kind of beams from him, this beginner's mind. He's excited as he's sitting down to a new project. He's got great skill, and he hasn't become rigid in that skill. He's now, what's this skill going to open for me? What is this continuum of beauty and wonder that life is? What is going to flow to me and through my fingers and onto this keyboard? What is it going to be? Where am I going to point my consciousness? It's an amazing example of being skilled and still retaining that beginner's mind. That beginner's mind, that's where all the creativity comes from. That's what opens you up to all of these new ideas. If you're closed up, you're only going to do things one way. You're only going to make one kind of music. You're only going to experience life through a very narrow lens. And so that beginner's mind lets us know that everything is new. Everything is new. So everything has a root source. Everything grows, everything blossoms, and everything eventually dries out and completes. A leaf withers, a grape dries into a raisin, and skin sheds. It's not a failure of nature that we have this cycle. This is the design of nature that keeps it going in perpetuity. So the trouble comes when we try to keep dead things alive. Have you ever tried to do that? They got a movie about it. It's called Frankenstein. Things don't go well. Things do not go well when we try to keep dead things alive. And that's true of us spiritually. Old identities, old resentments, old coping strategies, old versions of ourselves that once protected us but now are no longer needed. Old resentments are a great one. Because I don't have a great memory for a lot of events and things. And my wife would tell you, she will attest to that if she were here. And she'd be sitting there nodding her head, yeah, he doesn't remember a dang thing. But that also goes into resentments. So Heather will be talking. She'll remind me of something. Oh, did you remember you had a problem with that? You don't like that store. It's like, what? I don't like that store. What do you mean? Oh yeah, because they did that one thing that one time. I was like, oh yeah, I don't like them. That's right. And it's an interesting metamorphosis that comes over you when you remember a resentment that you had forgotten. Right? How could I forget they did that to me? Oh yeah. I remember And then your mood changes and everything changes, your energy changes. And you bring this resentment in and you embody it and you live it and you promote it. Right? Because you've got reasons. And those reasons are valid. But it doesn't have to be that way. We can let these resentments go. I had a resentment against a fast food chain that I ate something from there and I just got sick. Twice. And so I don't go there anymore. But every time I pass there, that one I remember. I nudge Heather, hey, that's that place I don't like. That's that place I'm never going to go to again. Why am I giving them free rent in my head? Why am I continuing to diminish myself by remembering and reaffirming how much I don't like this place? When I could alternately let it go. Now, I'm not going to eat there again. I'm no fool, right? I don't have to get into the situation that created the resentment again. But what I can do is I can shed that resentment. I can shed the responsibility for that resentment. Because I'm not responsible for what happened to me, but I'm responsible for remembering it. I'm responsible for keeping it going. I'm responsible for maintaining it in my mind and in my internal prison. Right? And there's overhead in that internal prison. It costs me time and energy to keep things in there. So what I could do alternately is say, boy, I hope no one else gets sick. Right? And I can let them go and I can wish them the best. I hope they have great business. I hope the people that work there get raises. I hope everything works out for them. And I hope nobody else gets sick. And I can do this while I'm letting go of this resentment. I'm shedding the dead skin of this resentment. I don't spend enough time doing that. I don't spend enough time checking to see where are my dry areas, where are my crack, where am I, I'm very in tune to that when I'm putting on my lotion, but I'm not really in tune to it when I'm dealing with things day to day, dealing with certain types of people. There may be people out there that we don't like. There's a whole political spectrum out there filled with all kinds of people that we disagree with. We don't have to keep them in a mental prison. We can wish them well. We can release our resentments from them. And then set about doing what we need to do. If we're going to oppose, then sure. If we're going to argue, then sure. Great, do that. But do it with love in your heart. Do it with love in your heart. Do it after you have paid attention to your little crackly areas and you can enter into something with the confidence of love behind you. You may be thinking, I'm not going to love them. Do you see what they did? Do you see what they said? I have to maintain this. I have to keep poisoning myself with resentment because of how bad they are. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Right? We have to be able to let these things go. We don't erase the past. We harvest its wisdom. And we stop living in the past. We harvest its wisdom. And every time we resolve a resentment, we get a little bit of wisdom from that. We prove that yes, peace is possible. Yes, warring factions can get along. We have to be the proof of that, how we live our lives from day to day. Because if there's one thing that we all pretty much agree on is we want peace. We want a peaceful world. If we want a peaceful world, let's say yes.
Yes.
Yes. that is what we want. How are we going to have a peaceful world if we can't be peaceful ourselves? If we can't prove the peace principle in the laboratory of our lives? We have to do it. And every time we do it, we're bringing peace to the world. You're approaching differences differently. You're approaching life differently. You're approaching other drivers differently. You're approaching people that have done you wrong differently. You're proving that peace is possible. That peace is a choice that we can make every single day. So, are you with me in shedding this skin?
Yes.
And applying some spiritual lotion there? Let's get into our home play. Home play is like homework. If you haven't heard of it before, home play is like a homework, but it's not. We're not working here. We're playing. We're playing with the energies of spirit. And we're just doing little experiments to see, is this real? Can I really do this? Is this really possible? Does this really work? Because we have to be able to question our faith. We have to be able to question our philosophy and see if it works. So here's some things that we can try. First of all, identify the dry spot. This week, notice one area of your life that feels tight, brittle, or overworked. Emotionally, spiritually, relationally, etc. Ask, what nourishment is missing here? What nourishment is missing here? Number 2, apply gentle moisture. Choose one small daily act of care for that area. Okay? A 5-minute walk. 5 minutes of stillness. Honest journaling. A kind conversation. And that could be a kind conversation with someone else, or it could be a kind conversation you have with yourself. Because I can be pretty rough on David, especially on those dry areas. I can be very rough. Talk to yourself with love. Speak to yourself as though you are speaking to someone that you deeply, deeply love and care for. That you want only the best for. How would you talk to that person? How would you encourage them? How would you uplift them? Aren't you worth that same treatment, that same respect, that same expression of love? Yes, you are. Another thing you can do to gently apply moisture is prayer. Our spiritual tools, affirmation. If you find yourself in need of prayer, this is the place to be. If you find yourself in need of community, then guess what? You found a loving community. And sometimes that's exactly what you need, is for someone else to tell you how great and wonderful you are. Is for someone else to also see God working its way through your life and your endeavors. So, that's the second thing. Apply gentle moisture. Third thing is shed something old. Consciously release one outdated habit, belief, or story. Even symbolically. Write it down. Tear it up. Compost it and affirm. I make room for what wants to emerge. I make room for what wants to emerge. And then see what emerges. Thoughts are things, and these are powerful thoughts. When you open yourself up to possibility, all manner of things can happen. All manner of good can flow to you. Don't be afraid to let old ideas go and replace them with something new and unknown. Don't be afraid of the unknown. Because the one thing that we can always know about the unknown is that God is there. God is always there. And your good is always there. So let's take that into prayer. Let us go inside right now, inside to that place of peace and stillness within us, where we can declare, where we can revel in the fact that there is just one Spirit, one God, one force, one existence, one consciousness. And this one is Spirit. This one is God. This one is all of the principles that we build our good around. All the light, the love, the beauty, the joy, the wisdom, and the peace. God is all of these things in infinitude. Infinite good. That is what God is. And because God is everything, and God is infinite, that means that there is no spot where God is not. It means that we're made of God, that we have God flowing in and through us and around us at all times. We are surrounded by infinite good and infinite possibility. And right now I claim that infinite good, that infinite power, that infinite love as my birthright that I have flowing through me right now. Empowering me, informing me, uplifting me. And as I know this about myself, I know this about every single person here. Love, power, beauty, joy, wisdom, it is our birthright. And I acknowledge it and I claim it. And if we have people in our lives right now that also need to claim that power, if there are people on our hearts, if there are countries, if there are institutions, organizations, individuals, then let us speak them into the room and declare their connection to Spirit. Let us declare their power to thrive, to survive, to change, to live, to grow, and to love. Let us know that there is no one, nothing outside of the one. We are all united and together and inseparable. And it is good. So I'm thankful for these words. I'm thankful for this knowledge. I'm thankful to live in a world that is in kinship with each other. To live in relation with nature. to live in relation with my fellow individuals on this planet. I am happy and thankful to know this, and I release these words knowing that it's true, knowing that it's done, knowing that we have an infinite power at our disposal to bring about any good we wish. And that this power never recedes and never diminishes. And so let us all release these words into the mind of the infinite mind of the universe with the words, and so it is.
Thank you, Reverend David. And because of you, I'm now releasing all my resentments, particularly about the ones that you mentioned about Sly Stone not being from California. Thank you for that. I'm feeling better now. Someday there will be peace. Someday there will be joy. Someday there will be love as big as the sun. Someday is today. Someday no one will be hungry. Someday no child will die. Soldiers will lay down their guns. Someday is
Thank you, Gary. We are a center that observes the spiritual practice of giving and tithing, and we call it conscious, committed, and structured giving, and there are many ways to give and expand your abundance consciousness. We give of our time through volunteering, our service, we give of our talents through participation, and we give of our treasure through financial donations. Your gifts help us in our mission to provide a sanctuary for all to be lifted and inspired to embody spiritual principles and live their inherent greatness. Our tithing partner for this quarter, we've just got a couple of weeks left in this quarter, is the Yolo County Children's Alliance, a portion of our, yeah, you gotta be closer. Oh, you don't know what button to push. Okay. Well, pardon me. I need eyes in the back of my head. That's what I need. So the Yolo County Children's Alliance, a part of our tithe is going to them to help support that worthy organization. So there are many ways to give. You can you can text to give to the number that's on your screen there. You can visit our website at cslyolo.org and click on the Donate Now button. And you can also send us a check or money order, good old-fashioned check or money order, to CSL Yolo at the address that's on the screen right now. You can also find that address on our website. So, now that we know why we give and we know how to give, let us enter into that divine consciousness of abundance, and I ask you to place your hand over your heart, symbolizing that vibrational energy of circulation, and say with me our abundance affirmation. I give with an attitude of abundance, knowing that as I give, I do receive. Today, I celebrate my prosperity and my ability to share from my overflow of good. I give from the knowledge that all is well.
What goes around comes around. We give what we receive. A circle of abundance that is there for you and me. So give what you get what you give. Living in abundance is the only way to live. So give what you get what you give. Living in abundance is the only way to live.
We bless and release these gifts to do their work of proclaiming the good news that all is well. As we have freely given according to the law of circulation, it returns to us. Full measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. So we will always have more to enjoy and to spare, to give and to share. For this we give thanks. We let it be so, and so it is. All right. We have a special message. You know, I said earlier that I had a special announcement, and I didn't make this special announcement, did I?
I don't know.
No, I sure didn't.
That makes it extra special.
That's right. That makes it extra special. Well, Heather, in her divine, Heather Clark, in her divine wisdom, has cooked up a great idea about having an open house at our house. And so we are doing that in the weekend after New Year's. So the weekend after New Year's, we're having an open house. I don't have a slide for it, but we're gonna make one. But if you're interested, then let me know, and we're gonna have a sign-up sheet. But I was just informed that we're doing this.
So is this the third?
Last night, yes, this would be the third. Thank you. The third. See, I didn't even have the date. This is so fresh and so hot off the presses. I don't even have a date. But yes, it'll be the 3rd of January, and we'd like to see you all there at our house. And so more details are forthcoming, but just to let you know, that's out there in the offing. So now, on with the announcements. We have a special message for our children out there, our children that are headed towards this way, and our children that we have nestled deeply in our hearts. We want to say, we love you.
We love you.
We're here for you.
We are here for you.
And we're so glad you're here.
We're so glad you're here.
So we believe in the power of connection at this center. And what does that mean? That means that we are connected, unbreakably connected to Spirit. And we're also connected to each other. And that connection has power. And we exercise that power through prayer. So if you find yourself in need of prayer today, then please let us know. Prayer practitioners, please raise your hands. If you find yourself in need of prayer, please come to us and let us know so that we can pray for you. We've got a lovely little prayer area over in the corner there. And we can sit there and just know the absolute best about you and see Spirit working its way through your endeavors right now. So it is our pleasure to do, is what we're trained to do, is what we love to do. So please let us pray for you. Alternately, you can leave a prayer request in the box in the back. It is gone through every week, and it is prayed on throughout the week by prayer practitioners only. If you're online, you can visit us at cslyolo.org, and in the practitioners section of that page, you can leave us a message, and we can also pray for you there. Last but not least, we have fellowship downstairs. We've got lots of goodies. We've got, I think we got some deviled eggs, yes? Ooh, yes! Deviled eggs. And we also have other goodies down there, coffee, tea, and food, fellowship, and fun is what we have. And it's all downstairs. So please join us after the service for all of those goodies. And all of that happens after the closing song and benediction, which happened now.
All righty. Please stand and join me in singing God is Good. God is good all the time. God is good all the time. God is always there for me. So I let go and let it be. Love is good all the time. Love is good all the time. Love is always there for me, so I let go and let it be. God is good all the time. God is good all the time. God is always there for me, so I let go and let it be.
Go forth and recognize your spiritual dry spots and apply spiritual lubrication liberally in the form of prayer, in the form of affirmation, and in the form of always remembering that God loves you. And so it is.